things that will make you a great leader in today's work environment. Number one, how strong and powerful is your network? Number two, how effectively and professionally you engage these professional and influential networks. And number three, which is equally important, is what kind of a global HR certification or a global certification and qualification you've acquired, and how effective you have maintained your profile that will create your future career ladder. Today, Bostonica presents Associate Professional in Human Resource Management. My name is Sandeep, and I am a Chief Training Officer for Boston International Institute of Certification and Assessment, one of the biggest HR and other certification and training body, which is based at Dubai, UAE. We are accredited and approved from the Knowledge and Human Development Authority, Government of UAE, and we have got a very, very close association with most of the HR certification and the global HR bodies and other professional HR bodies. Today we will be showing you and we will be presenting you one of the very, very interesting certification, which is Associate Professional in Human Resource International. And this certification is very, very unique, and that's why we call it a game changer. Now, why a game changer we are calling it? Most of the HR certifications by the HR certification bodies, they have never addressed the junior level professional. That means those professionals who have not yet started their professional journey and in the first 5 years of their career. And most of the global certifications usually were for the professionals who are more than 5 years of experience and above, be it your certification from US, be it certification from UK or Australia, Canada, or UAE. Now let's go to deep dive into aPHRi certification. And before we go in detail about aPHRi certification, let's understand that in today's dynamic and fast-changing world, how HR professional stay relevant. Now, these are the biggest HR certification bodies. We'll start with the first certification body, which is one of the oldest one, which is Chartered Institute of Personal Development, CIPD. And this certification body has got two types of certification. One is education, and another is called professional accreditation or professional membership. Most of the HR professional, in order to earn their capability and capacity or increase their capability and capacity, they usually go for level certification from the CIPD, which is level 3, 5, and 7. And historically, these levels of certifications were designed for those professionals who could not go for the formal education, that is formal MBA or BBA or Masters in HR. These are called basically NVQA-based certifications, basically apprentice-based certifications. But still, maximum, a lot of people across the world, they still take this education certification, which is called level 3, 5, and 7 from the CIPD. Then there is something called professional accreditation. So once a person reaches the level 5 and 7, he becomes or she becomes eligible for the professional certification. And these are three. One is Associate Professional in Human Resource International, that is ACIPD. Second is Chartered MCIPD or in short we call it MCIPD. And third is called Chartered FCIPD or FCIPD. Now these are the professional accreditation like CFA, PMP, or any other certification. This is the only certification which you can write after your name. Like if you see, you see my name, and after that, my name is a Chartered Fellow from a CIPD, Chartered Fellow from Australia, SHRM SCP, GPHR, and SPHRI. Whereas we have seen that many a times people who are ignorant, they write level 3 after their name designation, level 5 after their name designation, level 7, which is not correct. So having understood CIPD, let's go to the HRCI. HRCI is one of the oldest certification body in the US. And this certification body is regarded as one of the gold standard in certification. And this certification body has following accreditation or a certification. One is for the young HR professional, which we are calling it a game changer today, which is aPHRi. Then you have got a PHRi, professional human resource, and you have got for the US version, and you've got an international version. That is PHR and PHRi. Then there is SPHRi for the senior HR professional, and it has got two versions, your US version and your international version. And then you have got a GPHR, and GPHR has got only one version, and this is for the global professionals in human resource, and those professionals, especially those are managing multi-countries HR operations. Now these are the 4 HR accreditation from HRCI. And of course, like CIPD, HRCI also does capacity building or education training from time to time. Coming to the third certification, which is called SHRM certification. And SHRM certification are 2 types. And basically, SHRM was a conference and education body for HRCI, and they used to publish books. And when there was a separation between the HRCI and Shrm or SHRM, we call it, the SHRM came out with their own kind of a certification, and these certifications were later called as SHRM SCP, that is for the senior certified professional, that is senior people who are working at the strategy level, and SHRM CP for the certified professionals. And like CIPD and HRCI, SHRM also conducts and organizes the various capacity building trainings. Next, coming to the aHRi. aHRi is Australian-based Human Resource Certification Institute, and they have got on similar lines education and certification like CIPD. So they have got Mahari, Kahari, and Fahri. And next is HRPA. HRPA is a Canadian-based certification, and they have got 2 levels, and the highest level is CHRL in HRPA. Then you have got ATD. ATD is a very unique institution which is based in US, and this certification body certifies learning and development professional and performance management professionals. This is a very, very unique certification only for these 2 categories of people. And then you've got a Global Society of Human Capital Management, and they also have 3 level of certifications, and they also have the capacity building trainings. Now, I spoke about 3 things that if you want to grow your, you want to grow in your professional career ladder, you should have a very strong and influential and powerful network. Secondly, engage them in person and in the social media through the social media strategy. And third was to earn this global certification. Now, let's see about these are some of the major benefit of the global certification. Number one, when you earn this global certification, you get the accreditation. So you can write this designation after your name, which you have seen. I have written after my name here. So you can write after your name, and through this name and the designation, the people will understand that what kind of a qualification you have. Second is it validates that what kind of a capability you have. So if you are aPHRi, it is regarded that you have the fundamental knowledge of HR and you can break into the HR career at the level of HR executive, HR officer, senior executive, and even up to assistant manager, HR level. Then once you get this certification, you become part of that exclusive network of these global certified professionals. So you can share your credentials, you can take a referral, you can ask for certain details with regard to from if you want to grow in your career and if you want to refer to certain study research material and if you want to ask them. Usually I've seen that people on the professional network, if you have a credentials, they will not refuse you for these materials and the documents which you sought or you seek. Next is the last one is the global recognition. So once you have this global HR certification, so it gives you a global recognition. So if you're working in an organization, your management understands that yes, you have got this global certification and this justifies them your promotion internally. Or if you are applying for a job, having this global HR certification gives them a comfort level and understanding that you have these certification and you can add a huge value to their business. Now, we'll come to this little bit a while, but I'm just taking you through this process that how you can acquire this certification. Usually the process is you can contact any of the training institute or certification body or certification institution like Bostonica, and the person calling, he will organize or she will organize your counseling session. It will say that which level or what kind of a certification you can get depending upon your education, your number of years of experience, and what kind of you have a knowledge about the subject. Then your training starts and then you prepare for examination and then you get yourself certified. Now, these are some of the globally professional think 95% things that when you're hiring and retaining of the right talent, it will affect their bottom line of business. That means if they hire these certified people, they will impact the bottom line, that is the profitability. So if I'm a business owner or if you're a business owner, if you hire a professional accredited HR leader, you think you have a convincing understanding that this person will impact your top line and also your bottom line. Next is 75% people believe that you will benefit the organization as a whole. 83% of people, they regard that these people who are certified people, they will add to the strategy of the organization and you will become the valuable partner. And very interestingly, 93% of the Fortune 500 companies, they employ the certified HR professional. That means almost all the publicly listed companies. And 7 out of 10 people, they agree that their organization would benefit from the HR teams who are certified in HR certifications. Now, I spoke about these global certifications. Now, let's home to the Hrci. And why Hrci is because Hrci is regarded as the gold standard in HR certification. Now, these are the certifications from the Hrci organization: aPHRi, aPHRi, SPHRi, and GPHR, as I explained. And the institution has got more than 45 years of experience. They have got this HR professional certified from Hrci in more than 125 countries, and 93% of the Fortune 500 companies, as explained, they employ these certifications. Now, I won't be going much detail into the other certification, so I'm just giving you a cursory understanding and knowledge about the aPHRi. So aPHRi is for those people who are very effective operational HR leaders, and they can acquire this certification, aPHRi certification, for which you need at least 4 years of experience. Or if you don't have a bachelor degree, if you have a bachelor degree, you can go, and plus 2 years of experience, you can go for this certification. If you have a master's degree plus 1 year of HR experience, then also you can go for this certification. But I would like to share a word of caution for you. I have seen that people with at least minimum of 5 years of experience, they are able to qualify for aPHRi, and I've seen that many people who have got 2 to 3 years of experience, when they repeatedly appear for the examination, they fail, and this adds they, over a period of time, they lose their self-confidence. So better, I recommend and suggest that if you are 5 years or less than your experience, be it if you have a master's degree or bachelor degree, you should first go for aPHRi certification. I'll explain you the logic a little while after some time. Now, this is the content of aPHRi certification. So 90% of the content is for talent acquisition, that is TA. Then again 90% for the HR administration and shared services, 19% again for talent management and talent development, 17% for compensation, benefit, and work experience, and then 16% is for the employee relation and the risk management, and 10% is for HR information management. And you get 170 questions, time duration 3 hours 15 minutes. Next is SPHRi certification, and these are usually between 4 to 7 years of experience you should have, and depending upon your qualification from high diploma to the master's degree. And this is, as I explained, that this is for the strategy level HR leaders. So if you are around 10 years of experience, then I will suggest you should go for these certification. And this is the content for SPHRi. You got 31% is business leadership. So they will ask you a lot of questions about how the business functions, P&L, budget, and other stuff. And then 27% is for talent development and management, 24% is for HR service delivery, 18% for measurement and analytics. And then you've got a GPHR for the global professional human resource management, people working in multiple countries. And if you are handling operation in at least 2 and more countries, then you can go for GPHR. GPHR signifies that you have got knowledge and experience, which includes the labor laws, practices, and the work environment of multiple countries. So here you got from 2 years to 4 years of your experience, you can use it, and from diploma to your master's degree. And this is the kind of a content you have. 25% is on the strategic global human resource, and then you've got 20% for global talent management, 15% global mobility, 15% again the global workplace culture. Let me reduce my name. And then 15% is on total reward, and 10% is on the risk management and compliance. Now, again, about the format, 140 questions and around 3 hours of time for you to complete this certification. Now, bear in mind, for these certifications, every 3 years you need to recertify yourself, either by retaking the examination, if you can do that, or if you want to get yourself re-accredited, you can do it through the credits. And these credits are for aPHRi 45 credits, aPHRi 60, SPHRI 60 credit hours and plus 15 business credits, and then GPHR, you've got a 60 credits and 15 global credits. Now, what do you mean by these credits are? A lot of organizations who are associated with Hrci, and even the Hrci, they organizes various workshops, seminars, talk, and most of them, they are free of cost. And if you attend, and some are even paid, and if you attend these courses, workshops, seminars, or modules, you can earn the code, and every code provides you between 1 credit or 0.5 credit to 4 to 5 credit. Like recently we launched the CHPA, which is analytics certification, and for this analytics certifications we have got it accredited from the Hrci for 60 course credits, 65 course credits. So the moment you attend this 6 months long analytics certification, specially designed for the HR leaders, you could earn 60 credits and you automatically get yourself recertified through these credit programs. Now, there are different ways you can get yourself recertified, which I just explained to you. You can take webinars, you can take free courses, you can do paid courses, you can read, and you can, if you have done some presentation, you can also upload these documents and you can get yourself recertified. Now, coming back to our today's talk, which is aPHRi, Associate Professional in Human Resource International, and we are calling it the game changer for the young HR professional. The reason being is very, very simple. Never before these certification bodies, they have addressed the need for the young HR professionals or young professionals who are doing the bachelor degree or even lesser than that, and who are aspiring to become the HR leaders or young HR professionals. And most of these HR professionals used to go for a formal education program like a BBA in HR, MBA in HR, and only then they were regarded as, yet you are deemed fit to become HR professionals. Interestingly, this is thought over, and it's a great move by organizations like Hrci, who have thought that there is a gap between these young professionals who are aspiring to become the HR leaders or HR professionals. For them, the only way till now was the formal education qualification, or if you have somebody in your professional network who understand that yes, you want to become a HR leader. They've introduced, now Hrci has introduced this aPHRi certification, and good news is, if you are studying, if you have zero qualification, if you don't have any or experience in HR, you can still go for aPHRi certification program. It's very, very simple certification program, and I'll explain to you about the content. It's very, very effective certification. I've seen it. This is good for those students who are in their final years of qualification, or they are in high school, or they are planning to become a graduate in HR. They are planning to take in graduation after some time, and they are planning to start their career in HR. And if you earn this aPHRi certification, the corporate professionals who are in HR, they get a comfort level that yes, you have the basic understanding, fundamental understanding of HR, how it works for the organization. aPHRi. Now, this is an early certification which we're calling, and this is you need only for high school diploma, secondary school qualification. Not necessarily you have to have a graduate degree. Now, why I'm saying for up to 5 years is because in aPHRi qualification, there are some complicated questions are there. And the moment when you take aPHRi certification prior to the aPHRi certification, it gives you a lot of sense of confidence. And you know that how the mechanism of the exam works, what kind of contents are there, how to answer, and it gives you a lot of sense of accomplishment when you go for the aPHRi certification. Now, let's see about the content of it. 33% in the content is from the HR operation. That means a major chunk is about the HR operation. Second is about 22%. Next is about the recruitment selection, which is usually the bread and butter for the young HR professional to understand and then execute. 20% is for employer relation, health and safety EHS, and 15% is for comp and ben, and 10% is for HRD and retention. So very interesting kind of a setup or a structure the Hrci has come out with, and very interesting. On top of that is only 125 multiple choice question and 2 hours and 15 minutes. And I have seen the passing ratio of aPHRi is comparatively very high as compared to the PHRi, SPHRI, and GPHR certification. Now, the value of aPHRi to your program. Student will benefit from the higher employability. That means when you are studying and when you're about to go for your employment, you can take this certification and you will be welcomed in any of the organization. The validation that required academic knowledge is applicable on a daily basis in the HR field. Students are ready to jump into the workplace with the real knowledge and connects your academic program of the professionals world, providing more relevance to your degree. Now, when you take this aPHRi certification program, you have to appear for examination, which I explained, the 125 questions, 2 hours 15 minutes. Earlier, Hrci, like Shrm right now, they used to have a summer and the winter window only to appear for examination. And the good news is now Hrci has now collaborated and they have done some agreement with the Pearson's View, and it is proctor-based examination portal. That means you can take this examination anytime in a year at any place. You should have a web camera and the proctor. There are certain guidelines are there. You can be at your home, you can be at your workplace. There are certain rules are there that you cannot leave once you start taking the examination, you cannot leave your table, and then you cannot scribble, you cannot read the notes, you cannot move your eyes, and at times they will tell you to take the camera to the surrounding to ensure the proctoring of the certification. So good news is you can study anytime, you can enroll yourself anytime in aPHRi certification, not necessarily that you start in January or you have to start in July. You can start any time of the year with the institution which you would like to take this certification from or for guidance from or a training from, and you can appear anytime for this certification throughout the year at any place. You just need a laptop and a computer for it, and of course a decent webcam. Now, I explained to you about in the initial time that how do you acquire this certification. So this is how I suggest and recommend. First, try and approach any of the institute, or be it our institution or any of the institution all across the world, and you ask for a certification counseling. And the person in charge of the institution, he will arrange your counseling with us, a senior HR coach or a training instructor. He will interact with you and he will understand that what kind of a capability you have. You might be going for a aPHRi certification and you realize that your counselor might say that, hey guys, you are good, you have come here for the aPHRi certification, but actually you are eligible for the PHRi certification. So it's always good to go for a certification counseling, and once this coach or certification coach will tell you which certification is suitable to you, any of the reason, either you're trying to enhance your qualification, if you're trying to migrate to any of the specific country, or if you're going to Australia, if you're going to Canada, if you're going to UK, if you're going to the US, he will advise you the right kind of HR certification. And once you enroll for the certification, you start your training and coaching. And this can be for 1 month, could be 3 months, and could be for 6 months, depending upon how flexible training programs you start with that institution. And then you prepare for the examination. That particular institute will give you a couple of hundreds of thousands of questions. You can keep on solving this question. You can prepare yourself. There is a mock examinations are there. You can apply for this mock examination and continue and keep on checking your progress that, yes, I have reached to the 60% level, 70% level, 75% level. Yes, I'm about to qualify. And the moment when you are able to have this sense of confidence, you can speak to your counselor and the counselor says, yes, now you can hit the road for your examination and go ahead for the certification and qualify your certification. And on the spot, you will get the score. If you are passed, the result will tell you, yes, you have passed. And if you have not passed, it will tell you you have not passed. And then you get certified and use immediately your accreditation after your name, like I have done it so here. And you update your profile with right kind of a certification. And good news is use Hrci. There's a badge is there. You can get your badge. You can attach that badge with your profile. That gives authenticity that yes, you have the aPHRi, 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 GPHR certification or accreditation. Now, this is the way we go forward. So if you have any question, you can answer it here, or you can send your queries to our email ua@bostonica.com. If you want to know more about any of this certification, be it a certification which is be it a CIPD certification, and if you want to go for education, or experience route for the professional certification of CIPD, that means Associate CIPD, Chartered MCIPD, or Chartered FCIPD, the counselor can guide you. If you want to go for HRCI certification, be it aPHRi, 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 and GPHR certification, the counselor will guide you. If you want to go for SHRM, SCP, and CP, the counselor will also guide you. He will explain it to you, he or she will explain it to you to what is pros and cons of the certification. And if you are trying to get into an Australian company or Australian firm, or you are trying to migrate to Australia, the person counselor will explain to you what all other certifications are there in Australia. And if you're trying to migrate, you should prepare beforehand and you should get these credentials. And ideally, when your immigration documentation is complete, you should have a job the day you land in Australia or in UK or in US with this certification. So once you get the certification, you start, as I explained to you, you can start networking with the professionals. And the good news is when you earn this certification, when you become an exclusive part of this community, you can ask for a job reference. You can share your CVs. As I told you in the beginning, the first thing which if you want to grow in your career, or if you want to become a very, very strong HR leader, you should have a very strong, powerful, and influential people in your network. And these are the people who have got this accreditation and the certification. These are the very, very influential and strong people in their respective organization. And you having earned these professional certification and accreditation, this gives them a sense of confidence that yes, you can join their organization and become a valuable part of their family. And then if you want to go for Canada, HRPA is there, the counselor will tell you. And if you want to become a learning and development professional or a performance management specific leader, so you can go for ATD, and which has got a CPLP and one of the certification. And if you want to be in the Middle East, Africa region, and in Asia, you can go for a Global Society of Human Capital Management, GSHCM certification. They have got the education certification, and they also have their professional certification. Now, having said this, I've explained to you in detail about aPHRi certification. And if you have any question, I am very, very happy to take this question. And if you do not have any question, if you want to know more about these certifications, please drop us a mail at uae@bostonica.com, and we'll be very, very happy to connect with you. If you have any query and if you would like us to reach out to you for your certification, be it a certification from the CIPD, certification from Hrci, certification from Shrm, certification from ATD, certification from GHCM, certification from aPHRi or HRPA, we'll be glad to come and help you out and support you in your quest for your career growth. So, and if you want to, you can also WhatsApp us on this number, which we have shared with you, and we'll be very, very happy to connect with you, and we'll be happy to provide you all the details, what you would like to know and how you'd like to grow in your career. And thank you so much now. And it was great connecting with the young HR professionals, and we have invited approximately 100 and 200 young HR professionals across the world, from the Asia, Middle East, to Europe and to Canada and US for the certification program. I have done a lot of videos in the YouTube with respect to the various HR certification program, and we'll be coming out with the similar kind of educational videos, awareness videos, live wires for other certifications in other specializations. Like, for example, we'll come up with some videos from in supply chain and logistics, in finance and accounts, operations, sales, digital marketing, and so on and so forth. Thank you so much for connecting with us. We'll see you in our next talk, which is going to be on either SPHRI or a aPHRi certification.